Let's jump to another tutorial. Let's cover the live tutorial on how are we going to add personalization to an existing product, but we're going to be using an existing product base. Let's place ourselves in this case scenario. We have our store. We are producing. We probably have the information of the product, and maybe we are going to incorporate customizations, right? So if we create the product base, because we have the specifics of the print area, we have the specifics of the file format, the mockups, the images, the variants, we have all the information clear. We put together our product base because we know that not only are we going to incorporate Customily to the existing product or products, we are sure we are going to be creating more products in the future. So having a product base with all the information, it's very handy when we are expanding our listings in the future, right? We are always starting from an existing collection of products. We know we're going to expand this collection, and why create listings manually on our e-commerce when Customily can help us creating them automatically? But those existing, we should first connect with them, and we create the product base so it helps us in the future create more listings. That's the case scenario. When we have all the information, we probably do our own production or we outsource the production, and there are very specifics on the size, format, and multiple options available. So we want to respect that. So we are very detailed on creating our product base because we know we're going to be using this on new listings coming along in the future. So how do we work with this case scenario? We are going to, well, let me share my screen. Let's say we have this glass workshop that we can actually print on glass or engrave and actually ink out on glass. We have an amazing collection of glass ornaments. But in the future, we definitely want to add more listings. And you know what? Why would I need to, create a new listing and then go through the process of connecting with Customily? Why don't I just keep a product base? So whenever I have new designs, I create new listings using Customily, right? That will be the spirit here. But first of all, we need to connect to whatever we already have and is selling out amazingly, and we want to get into that push, right? Remember, you have previously selected those products that are selling well, they have a good margin of profit, they have a clear view of the customization, and so you pick these products and you say, you know what, let me see what's the specifics of this product, let me put it together a nice product base so in the future I can create more listings. So let's say we create the design. Always we need to have a design, whether a Customily collection design or we create our own design. But when you're about to customize something, you are about to offer customization, you want to grab your manual process and put it in Customily. So you take all the tools directly to the customer, to the end user, right? Customers now have the power to upload a picture, to input names, to change fonts and colors. So everything you were doing manually, now you can put it in a design in Customily. And because you also want to have the information of this product available for other designs in the future, you create your product base. You establish your print area. In this case, it's going to be a square print area. You devise a mockup that looks nice. You adjust the printing area so the mockup is as realistic as possible. And once you have everything together, you go to the home screen to start the process. Remember, I previously created a product base and I previously created a design. It could be one design, more designs. The idea is that if you actually have multiple designs, you could basically grab products existing in your store and pick the same product base with a new design, Customily will do exactly as it will be with a new product. It's going to grab the information of the product base, grab the information of the design, merge them together into a template with the proper options of the design. So let's go into setup personalization for an existing product, right? When we want to create a new product, we go here. When we want to set up personalization, we click here. And the first thing we're going to see is the list of products that are in our store, right? You can find them in here. And this filter is very useful because we can see all products. We can see those products linked already to Customily, or in any case, if there are no products linked, you can just filter and find whatever product is not listed, linked to Customily yet. In this case, we have this glass circle ornament product, is the one I show you here, has no customization at all. This is something we offer on our store, and whenever customers make a purchase, we need to start going back and forth with information, and we need to put that together directly. But this is not something that can be fulfilled with a print-on-demand provider. It's something we do in-house. So we have all the product-based information. We put everything together according to our specs. So we pick this product, and once we pick the product, it's asking us if we want to use product bases or, well, print-on-demand providers. In this case, we want to use our product bases. We have our collection of product bases, a lot of them, and we also can eventually create one. And we're going to find the product base we're looking for, the one we already created with all the specifics we needed from our manufacturer. In this case, it's the glass circle ornament. This product base basically will have a square print area and a mock-up the way you see it right now. When I pick this, it's going to ask me to match whatever variant the product has with whatever variant the product base has. Why? Because we always need to try to match those two things together. Ideally, since you created your original listing on your store, you know the variants in case there are. Right now, there are no variants. That's why it says title, default title. But let's say when you create your product base, you may establish at least a basic variant, which is the material, right? But we're just going to say, okay, there's only one option material, one variant glass. And basically what we're doing is to whatever single variant the original product has, we're going to match it with the variants we have established for our product base. It could be the same on name, it could not be the same, but in any case, we need to match at least the variants with something to make sure that the connection is properly made. Once we are done with this part, we click next, and now we can either pick a Customily design or we can create our own design and pick from here. Let's say I'm going to pick from my designs, and I'm going to use this one, our first Christmas with a bow. What this process is doing right now is picking the information of the product base we created first, based on the specifications of our workshop, and the design we also created, based on all we have been doing manually so far. And it's going to merge those two pieces of information together to create a template. And from that template, the options to customize for the end user. The only difference here is that we are not creating a new listing on the store. We are creating just a template and just the options and linking them to the existing product in the first place. So whatever reviews, organic traffic, whatever setup you have for your product will stay exactly the same, because this is a product that's like a bestseller or popular. It has a lot of tags. It has a great response on search engines. You don't want to change that listing with a new one from Customily. You want to quickly connect Customily to that existing product. And that is exactly what just happened. We can actually test, as we always do, make sure everything works. As you can see here, this is now finished. Now the original product is here with its own images. The original information from the product is everything is here. Is everything from the SKU, the prices, everything stays the same. It's just now showing you that Customily has been connected. We can return to just publish this, and it will take us to the connection page in Customily to double check that everything is correct. As you can see, the product remains the same. Now Customily created the template and created the options for that template. Just as simple as that. And if we actually go to the product here and we do a refresh, now this product has become customizable because it has been connected with Customily, with the advantage that we never had to go through the process of fully creating the template and revising the option set. Everything was systematized on the product-based creation and design creation. Why we went through that process? Because we plan on using that information later on as we expand our store. Yep, and now everything is looking good. We can actually type, everything is connected, just like that. And we can actually upload a picture. Let's just upload a quick image to see how it performs, like that. That's how you can easily turn your original product that was being fulfilled in-house with a manual process and everything. Now you can quickly turn this into a Customily product, just as easy as that, without having to go through the process of creating a listing or creating a template and doing the connection. Everything is done using designs and product bases. And that information will be stored and save you time when you want to actually start doing other things in the future. Maybe you want to start to develop new glass circle ornaments. Maybe you want to start developing ceramic circle ornaments. So you will use product bases, you will use designs, but you start off connecting to whatever you have to get started with something, right? Why start fresh with something if you know this product works, this product is requested, is pushing? So you want to quickly develop the design and the product base to make it active with Customily.